Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Darrell Brooks saga. On today's episode, we're gonna start with the last witness of the day. And at this point, Darrell Brooks is really angry and bored. Like he spent too much in the courtroom today, so he wants to leave already. But we're gonna see how he handles himself. And as you can see, I put something on the background now. I'm kind of a YouTuber now. And I will never call myself a YouTuber, but someone actually threw those discs in the trash. So I was like, no, I'm gonna use them for something. And actually found my favorite soundtrack, the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. I love this. I used to listen to this on repeat a lot of times. But yeah, thank you guys. I'll try to make it look better. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for giving a like to the video, share it with a friend, and let's get into it.
Please be seated. Statement calls next witness.
State calls Carlos Arachiga.
Carlos.
First thing I will ask you to do is to state your first and last names for the record and spell each.
My name is Carlos Arachiga Nolasco is my second last name. Carlos, Carlos, and then Arechiga, Arachiga, and then Nolasco, Nolasco.
Yeah, I mentioned it before, but if you are Latin, your parents actually, well, in most countries here, at least in Mexico, they put the father's last name and the mother's last name. We have two.
Thank you. Go ahead, your witness.
Thank you. Sir, back in November of 2021, were you living here in the city of Waukesha?
Yes.
What was your home address on November 21st of 2021?
338 Maple Avenue, second unit or upper unit.
Okay, that's a duplex?
It's a duplex, yeah.
Were you home at 338 Maple in the upper unit on the afternoon of that day, the 21st?
Yes.
Do you recall at some point hearing a noise or something that was out of place outside of your window?
Yeah, during that time I was sitting down, and to my left is a window that looks down to the driveway, and when I was sitting down I heard like a big scratch, sort of kind of like just a rough scratch of either metal or whatever. And as soon as I look out, because the window's right there, I just peeped open the blinds, and I was able to see that there was a vehicle that I had never recognized. And as soon as I looked over, I was able to see just somebody being able to get just jump over the hood of the car, kind of dash away. And when I saw the car, I just saw that it was really beat up. And my first instinct was, like, who is this? I hope our cars are okay. Wasn't really sure what was going on.
Yeah, this is where Darrell Brooks dumped his vehicle after he couldn't even drive it anymore. Because as you recall, he was trying to go through the back of the houses, and then he hit a lock, and then his car was basically total at this point. It was not usable anymore. So he just ran and went on feet.
Sorry.
I'll cut you off there. Could you describe the vehicle for us that you saw in the driveway?
It was a red vehicle, SUV, bigger, not a sedan,
Okay.
not a truck, not a pickup truck. It was just a red SUV.
When you looked out your second story window at the driveway and you saw the vehicle, at that time, could you see whether there was any damage to the vehicle?
Yeah.
Answered that already.
Overruled.
He never answered that. It's the first time that we're talking about the vehicle as such. He just said that he heard some screeching.
Said it was beat up.
Answer.
Yeah, I saw damage to the vehicle. It was mostly at the hood of the car. You can see damage to the front windshield as well. I was able to even see sort of kind of like a lit up headband on the rear view mirror or the side view mirror, kind of hanging right about, kind of inside or on it, I guess you can say.
Okay. When you looked out the window, had the SUV already come to a stop, or was it still moving?
It was at a complete stop when I looked out the window.
The person you described earlier, Where did you first see that person?
Already outside of the vehicle, like I said, jumping out, mostly over the hood of the car. And as soon as that happened, I instinctively kind of just shut down the blind. And since we live in a duplex, I thought it was somebody from downstairs that maybe crashed into one of our cars. Maybe they caused an accident, and I tried contacting the people downstairs right away. So I wasn't really in much of a threat, I guess you can say, but I was just confused at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's totally fair. You see a guy randomly parking his car all beat up after hearing a crash, and you go investigate. You don't confront the dude. You're not gonna run and ask him what happened, but you see what's going on, and it may be a situation where you don't know. It's fair.
We'll come back to that. I want to ask you a couple more questions about this person that you saw. Was this person directly below you in your vantage point, or was it off to the side?
It was more.
Relevancy.
Overruled. He may answer.
It was more towards the side. Wasn't really below me. Sort of leaving my point of view from the window.
Did you see what direction that person went after they jumped over the hood of the SUV?
It would have been sort of straight ahead, kind of towards the left of the driveway, so I couldn't see them anymore. We have two windows, one in the bedroom, one in the living room, and if I was in the bedroom, I would have been able to see exactly where they went, but they just went left from my point of view.
So would that have been toward or away from Maple?
Objection,
that would have
being
been
a witness.
Hold on. If there's an objection, wait until I rule on it. And overruled, the witness may answer.
Yeah, we established that he lived in Maple. So we know that if he were to run some way, it will be to that street. It's not leading.
It was towards Maple Avenue.
Did you see that person reach Maple Avenue?
No.
Why not?
The point of view from the window doesn't really let me see towards Maple Avenue or Maple Avenue altogether.
Okay. After the person went out of your field of view, is that when you tried to contact your downstairs neighbor?
Yeah, because I assumed that it was maybe somebody they invited over because I really didn't recognize the person, and I tried contacting them to make sure they knew who it was or who the person was.
From the moment you first looked out your window and saw that SUV until the moment that the person we've been talking about went out of your field of view, did you see any other people outside your window?
No.
Did you at some point go downstairs to investigate?
Yeah. That was during me going downstairs. I was trying to contact the people downstairs because they always invite people over. And that was a vehicle I've never seen in my life. So I assumed maybe it was one of their friends, somebody. So when I went downstairs, I sort of came to the front of the vehicle. I was able to see the damage up front. The hood was really beat up. You could see it steaming a little bit. So when I contacted the neighbors, one of them actually told me that they'll ask around. He came back to me. He said, "That's nobody's car." They all came out. We were all kind of surrounding it, and we were still confused as to why the car was there. And at that same time, when we were looking at the damage of the vehicle, people were leaving downtown Waukesha from Maple Avenue from the library going the other way. And some of them were running, some of them looked scared, some of them, one of them told us to call the cops. We were kind of confused as to why, and mostly because we saw the vehicle.
Yeah, that's something that doesn't get mentioned a lot because the people that were in the parade were scared. They didn't know what was going on. They may have thought that it was a terror attack. So they were just fleeing the scene. And after they see the car that they just saw run over people, they're like, call the cops. That's the car that just went through the parade.
And we tried not touching it. We tried just leaving it be. One of the people from downstairs called the cops, and we waited a little bit. And as soon as the cops showed up, they told us to go back inside, and I was sort of inside for the rest of the afternoon until the car was removed.
When you first started standing around the vehicle with the other people you talked about, Do you remember approximately how many people were standing around the SUV?
It would have been the three main neighbors that we have from downstairs, two of their girlfriends, I believe, and then two of their other friends would have maybe been around like 6, 7, and then my mom was also down with me, and then I was there with her. But yeah, we tried not really interacting with the vehicle. We were telling everybody not to interact with it.
And was it at that time, while you were standing with those people around the SUV, that you saw other people running down Maple?
Yes.
And what direction were they running?
They were heading towards sort of the restaurant La Estacion, heading towards kind of like the train tracks, leaving from the library from Maple Avenue.
So would that be
Darrell is so confused by this. He doesn't know what's going on. Like he just finished reading the report that he gave, and he's so confused and looking at the judge as like, what are we talking about?
running north or running south?
I guess if you're looking at downtown Waukesha, I guess that would be north. I guess if south is heading towards downtown, north would be heading away from it.
Can we please display for the witness only exhibit number 130?
Go ahead.
And can we zoom in on the right middle of the screen?
Objection. What's the relevancy?
Well, I'm going to ask you to show.
You dare not ask a question yet, Brooks. The relevancy is going to come out after they put it and ask a question. That's the relevancy. But we don't know it yet.
The witness the map does not have the annotations. So I'll sustain your objection.
You see that those eyebrows raise up? He's like, oh, they actually sustained one of my objections.
Objection. What's being looked up that's not already in the exhibit? Look like something was being looked up.
I can't answer that question. I don't know.
Is it an exhibit?
Looking for an,
I guess my objection would be: is there an exhibit being shown, or is there being?
There's
something
nothing shown to the witness right now. It's off. So you objected. I sustained the objection, and so I told the state not to show the map with annotations.
Okay.
So whatever they're doing in response to that, I can't answer.
Something popped up on the screen to look like they was trying to Google something, and then now my screen is off now.
Who cares, Brooks? It doesn't matter. They could be playing Pong in their computers right now, and that wouldn't matter. They're gonna show the exhibit that Zach requested. So
that wouldn't be an exhibit.
I didn't see anything, so we can take that up later if need be, but let's keep going with the questioning of the witness, and we can deal with that later, outside the presence of the jury.
Just for the record, I know it's 140 exhibits, so it shouldn't be no more than that.
just for the record, there are more than that, because after one exhibit is requested to be put in, an annotation is made, and that's like 20A, 20B, 20C. So there are more than 140 exhibits now. And this is also a very good point to remind for later, because he knows all the exhibits that there are on the trial, but he is missing one, which is the music video, and we're gonna talk about that in a later day. But keep that on your back in the back of your mind.
Can I create exhibits right now?
Well,
Yes, they can.
we'll get to any legal issues later, so if the state can continue, please.
I'll try to clear this up without any more exhibits for Mr. Brooks. When you are standing in your driveway facing Maple Avenue, if you wanted to go to downtown Waukesha, would you go left or right?
Objection. That was asked and answered. He asked north or south, and he already answered that question.
North or south is different from left or right, Brooks. Different directions. Remember? Oh, he doesn't know cardinal direction, so maybe not.
This question has not been asked or answered, so your objection is overruled. The witness may answer.
And I'm sorry, you can answer that again.
It was left. Yeah.
And if you wanted to go to La Estacion or the train tracks, would you go left or right?
It would be right.
So the people who were running past your house on Maple, were they running towards downtown or were they running towards La Estacion?
Towards La Estacion.
Sorry, is there an objection?
Asked and answered.
It was clarification, so his answer may stand. The objection is overruled.
Okay. Now, at the time that you were standing around the SUV with those other people, how much time had gone past between that time and the time that you first heard the noise and looked out your window upstairs?
Objection, relevancy.
Overruled.
I would say that it was maybe around 2 minutes, not even that much, because I still had to get my shoes and everything. I wanted to go downstairs, and at the same time I was texting the neighbor from downstairs. So I would say a little bit of time passed by before I went downstairs.
Okay. Can we please show for everyone exhibit number 65, a video which has previously been received?
Go ahead.
Okay. Do you recognize the area that's depicted in this exhibit?
Yeah.
Tell us what we're looking at here.
Right now we're looking at sort of the side of the building that's from Les Paul that's facing my house and facing Maple Avenue. That house in the corner is my neighbor's house. I know them as the Loxes, and over there to the left where the perimeter of the fence ends, that's my house with the brick sort of kind of pillars and balcony. That'd be my house.
Okay.
So I know I could see what the witness was pointing to.
We're going to have Matt take.
So
Yeah, it will be easier for everyone if he will just annotate. But if you see my mouse pointer, this is his house, and this is his neighbor house. So around this area.
oh, very well. I just wanted, it's kind of difficult for me to put that on the record, so if you can have some further questioning, that would be good.
Sure. That screen in front of you is a touch screen, as long as you use your
Okay.
finger. Can you circle your house for us?
It would be right here.
And we're at the 0-second timestamp on this, just for the record. And then if we could clear that, please. Now I'm going to ask...
See how easy it is, Brooks? Zach can just say, can we clear that, please? He doesn't have to bark at the clerk to make it happen. It's just a courtesy, like a human being.
Miss Gussie to pull up the Zoom tool again. And we've zoomed in on the top left quadrant of this photo, of this video. If we could play here from the beginning.
Objection, what's the relevancy?
Overruled. It's been admitted already.
Again, the relevancy is going to be established when they ask the question.
He testified his house is in it.
And they set up the groundwork to ask that question later. There it is.
Pause. At the 27-second mark, we pause there. Sir, do you recall, well, let me just back up there. Did you see on the video there a figure emerging from your driveway?
Yeah.
Could you circle that figure for us?
Right here, and then
thank you.
right there as well. Where, yeah.
And what's the second thing you circled?
Just a vehicle.
Okay, let's clear those two circles, please. Does that figure, understanding the limitations of how far away this camera is, does that figure appear to be consistent with the figure you saw hopping over the hood of the SUV?
Objection, speculative.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
It's not a speculative. He saw the figure in his window, through his window. So it's not a speculative. He saw you. So he in fact asked if it appeared to be, not if it was.
At the time of my sort of testimony, when we got a visit from detectives, I told them that I did see a figure. I remember saying that he had a hoodie. At the time, I told them that I wasn't really sure of the color of it, and when I was asked again the next morning, I just told him that maybe it was like a gray, a white, but I told him that maybe it was part of the stuff that I saw on top of the car. I remember seeing scarves on top of the car, that headband that was white with colors. So at the time it was like a flash.
You can tell that this witness is really nervous being on the stand. Like he wants to give all the information at once, and that's normal. Like he is nervous. He doesn't need to be there. He wishes he was not up there, but I think he's doing his best. But he's giving too much information that wasn't quite asked.
And I was, what's it called? I can see that I was sort of correct because it was a year ago, and when I gave my testimony, I said everything I could, like that I remembered at that time, which was person I saw had a hoodie on. Wasn't really able to see them face to face, but I can see that they were sort of leaving the car, jumping over the hood of the car, and just kind of, yeah.
Okay. And you did not see that person's face?
No.
Okay. Let's play just a couple more seconds here before we hit play, though. I'll just ask you to focus on the figure we've been talking about. And pause. At 31 seconds. Based on what you've seen so far in this exhibit, does that figure appear to be traveling in a path consistent with what you remember?
Yeah.
Actually, you say you can't see the street from the window.
Overruled, he may answer the way that question was phrased.
When I mentioned the direction of the person that I saw leaving, facing my driveway, obviously there's an exit which connects that entryway where all the cars are parked, and then our driveway where our garage is, and sort of the way that I saw the person leaving was towards the left of my field of view, which would be heading towards Maple Avenue.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
I'm now going to show for the witness only, please, exhibit number 66.
And what would it matter, Brooks? Like, we are looking at the video right now, and he is testifying that is his house. That is the person that appeared to be the person that he saw leaving his house. And we're watching you leave towards that direction.
Do you recognize the photograph on the screen in front of you?
Yeah.
What are we looking at here?
We're looking at the side of my house that faces kind of the other side of Maple Avenue, I guess you can say.
Okay. Are we on the same side of your house as the camera angle from the last exhibit?
No, we're not.
On the other side?
Yeah, the other camera on the school building was facing the right side of the house. This is facing the left side of the house.
Is this how your house appeared on the night of November 21st, 2021?
Yeah.
Move exhibit 66 into evidence and ask to publish.
Exhibit 66 is received. Permission to publish is granted.
He didn't object to it.
Do you see a vehicle in your driveway in this picture?
Yeah, it's the red SUV that I described.
Okay. We'll show now for the witness.
So I assume that when he looked at Brooks, he was in this area. So he saw to his left and saw him run to this way. That's why he said that he went towards Maple. So from this window, you can still see him run this way. So I don't know what the problem is.
This only, please, exhibit number 67. Do you recognize this exhibit?
Yeah.
What are we looking at here?
We're looking at my driveway, and then my house is to the right. And sort of, this is kind of like the area that we were sort of looking at the car from. We approached a little bit closer, but that's sort of what I saw that night. That is what I saw that night.
Okay. And actually, Judge, just to be a little more efficient with time, I'm going to move through the rest of these photos and lay the foundation and then move them all in at once.
Go ahead.
All right. We'll show the witness only, please, 68. Do you recognize that photograph?
Yeah.
What are we looking at here?
We're looking at the car, or the SUV, sorry, that in my driveway. To the left, you can see.
He corrected himself because he knew that Darrell Brooks was going to say, did you say car or SUV or vehicle?
A little bit of a kind of like a stump, a log, and I recognize those logs from the backyard of my neighbor's house, and it was sort of dragged all the way to our driveway as well.
We'll show the witness now Exhibit 69, please. What are we looking at in this photograph?
This is the other end of the driveway where all of our cars are. We can see to the left one of our vehicles, the white SUV, and then the two vehicles, the blue SUV, and then the sort of the brown sedan. Both those cars are not mine; they're our neighbor's vehicles.
And by the way, we're going to look at all these pictures in a second because Zach just wanted to show them all to him so we knew the relevancy of them. Brooks, looking at you. And then he's going to ask them about it, but he wants to just push it through so it's faster.
One of them's in the backyard and one of them's in the driveway.
Exhibit 70 for the witness only, please. Do you recognize this photograph?
Yeah, that's the other vehicle from our neighbor's house. So all three, those are all their vehicles. And if you look further down, you can see the other set of houses that are what's it called, or the other set of houses that are on the same street from my neighbor's house. Our backyards connect.
Let's show the witness number 71, please.
Objection. What's the relevancy of all these photos?
We are going to get to it. We are establishing the foundation for them. The question that Zach is asking right now are the relevancy of them. And we're going to know what they are about when Zach starts asking questions about them. But he clearly said before this that he was going to get to them eventually.
Your objection to relevance is noted. It's overruled. Go ahead.
Do you recognize what we're looking at in 71?
Yeah, that house, the White House, or sort of the one that's not to the side to the right, that's my neighbor's house. And then to the right, that's sort of the back part of our house, first floor.
We show the witness number 72, please. Do you know what we're looking at in this picture?
Yeah, right here. Those are sort of some of the logs, or as I mentioned before, one of the logs that one of them was actually dragged into our driveway, and they had a few of them, sort of for, I'm assuming, sitting down, and this whole area was kind of messed up. This part of the yard is not our part of the yard; it's our neighbor's yard. But they had logs over there, and they were kind of just as decoration. And looking at this area, when we went to go see, one of them was missing, and everything else was kind of beat up in that part of the yard.
Yeah, this was a parking lot / backyard, so they just hang out around the logs.
And finally, 73 for the witness only, please. You recognize what we're looking at here in exhibit? I'm sorry, there's an objection.
What is the objection?
Where's the relevancy of this? Where we're looking at?
Your objection is noted. It's overruled. I believe the witness is going to explain.
Yeah.
You can see sort of remains of like some of those logs or like those stumps of logs that they had, and seems to be a car part from the vehicle as well.
Okay. Do exhibits 67 through 73 accurately portray your driveway, your backyard, and your neighbor's backyard as they looked the night of November 21st?
Yeah.
And you went outside and looked at these things yourself, correct?
Yeah, I did. Before the cops sort of arrived, when we were sort of hovering around the car, and my neighbors were contacting the police, I was trying to see if any damage was done to our vehicles, because that was our main concern, since we had no idea what happened with the parade or anything. We just tried to go see what happened to our driveway, what we needed to worry about, but yeah.
I'd move exhibits 67 through 73 into evidence and request permission to publish.
Objection.
What's the objection?
No relevancy.
It's relevant. We just spent the last 5 minutes establishing the relevance of them. Now we're going to go in deep with them. So they are relevant.
Court notes the objection. It's overruled. Exhibits 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, and 73 are all received. Permission to publish granted.
Okay, we'll start publishing number 67, please.
Can the jury let me know if the monitors are on in front of you? Not yet? Okay. Thank you.
Look at all the damage. And the truck was destroyed, completely total. And the fluids of it are leaking out. I still wonder how it was possible that was still running after half of the parade.
Go ahead.
All right. Thank you. So you previously testified about what's in this photo. That's the red SUV we've been talking about, correct?
Yeah.
And we are facing, if you're the person taking the picture right now, are you facing towards Maple or away?
Away from Maple Avenue.
Okay. Let's take a look at 68, please. This is just a close-up view of that red SUV.
Yeah.
Objection. Leading.
Sustained as to the form of the question.
Oh my God. Like looking at up close is worse. Like you can see it from far away and be like, oh, that is a damaged car. But when you actually look at it up close, you can totally see the damage that was caused by people. Like 90% of that was caused by people.
What is this?
It is the red SUV in my driveway, all beat up.
And you referenced a stump earlier when you were describing this photograph. Can you point that out for us? Maybe circle it for us?
Objection. Relevancy as to a stump. What does that have to do with?
We've been talking about the stump before, Brooks. That's the relevancy.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
That stump of log would be sort of on that part of the picture.
The left side of the picture?
Yeah, the left side of the picture.
Can we please clear that, Madam Clerk? Was that stump in that position in your driveway before you saw this red SUV?
No.
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled. It's relevant. The witness may answer.
No.
Okay, let's take a look at Exhibit 69, please. So what direction have we moved as we go from Exhibit 68 to 69?
We have moved more back of the driveway. We have moved looking, instead of the left side of the house, we're looking at the left back side of the house.
So we're moving away from Maple?
We're moving away from Maple Avenue.
Okay, and you already talked about these three cars. Can you just remind us what these three cars are?
That white SUV, that's one of our vehicles. The blue SUV is one of my neighbor's vehicles, as well as the brown sedan as well, as we can see from this picture.
Do you know if any of those three vehicles sustained damage on November 21st?
Objection. Hearsay.
How is that hearsay? He was there, Brooks. He was actually there. Those are his cars and his neighbor's cars. How is that hearsay?
Overruled. He was asked if he knew, not what he heard.
Objection. Speculation.
Overruled.
From when we were looking back during that area, when we saw our neighbor's yard, when we saw everything, I couldn't really see like damage right away from any of our vehicles. However, it's not in this image. It's in the other image that I was shown earlier. There's a black SUV to the right of that brown sedan. That vehicle did have a little bit of a sort of some damage. What's it called? But apart from that, no, everything else was fine.
Let's move on to Exhibit 70, please.
Objection. What's the relevancy of this?
We are going through the path that you took to get that vehicle from that driveway all the way back to where it began in the side street. That's the relevancy. We're looking at the path that the car, SUV, whatever, went through to get to where it is. That's the relevancy.
The exhibits have been received, so the state may question the witness on them.
What direction have we moved from the last picture to this picture?
We are now towards the back of my building or my house.
And did the person who took the picture, did we turn to the right or to the left or not at all?
We moved a little bit more towards the left, just getting a better angle of the back side of the house.
But now we're facing to the right?
Yeah, but
Objection,
now we're
lady.
facing right.
I can rephrase.
Go ahead.
Do you know where Prospect is?
Prospect, yeah. Prospect is it's a one-way street. You can't enter from Maple side, but you can enter from the back side of Prospect.
Do you see a street light in this photograph?
Yes.
What street is that street light on?
That's Prospect,
Okay.
the one-way street.
And the the black SUV you talked about a moment ago, is that in this photograph?
Yeah, that SUV right there.
That's the SUV you described as having been damaged?
It was honestly not that much, just sort of kind of like the front of the SUV. There was a vehicle, however, from if there was another image as well.
Again, nervous witness, he wants to relay all the information at once. Like right now the answer is yes, but he gives more of context, so he is clear. I can understand that he's taking too long to give the explanation.
Looking at sort of the area, sort of the path that was between Deluxe's house and the backyard, that one did sustain some scratches.
If we go to the next photograph, exhibit 71, please. Okay. See the street light again?
Yeah.
Is that the same street light we saw in exhibit 70?
Objection. Answered that already. Same street light, same question, basically.
Different picture though.
Picture, your objections noted, it's overruled, the witness may answer.
It is.
Do you see an orange cone in this photograph?
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled, the witness may answer.
I do.
What, if anything, do you see in the immediate vicinity of that orange cone?
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled, the witness may answer.
In that sort of area, I see the black SUV. Right in front of it, I see some of those stumps of logs that I mentioned before. One that we saw previously was in my driveway, but some of those were kind of left behind but moved from place, from their original spot. Yeah.
Can we zoom in on the middle of this photograph, please? Do you recognize an object within a few inches of that cone?
Objection.
Yeah.
Speculation.
Overruled, the witness may answer.
How is that a speculation? Is it not an object? What is it then? Air? He never said what it was. He was just asked if he saw an object there, and it's right there.
Answer.
I do. Well, what's it called? I can see what it is, but I don't personally recognize it.
When you say you don't personally recognize it, what do you mean?
Leading. Objection. Leading.
Overruled, he may answer.
I've never really seen it. It looks to be like a beanie, but I've never really seen it. Our family doesn't own it. We don't own it. It's
Okay.
not ours.
So you've never seen it in that backyard before?
No.
We zoom back out, please, and move to exhibit 71. Excuse me, 72. These are the stumps you talked about earlier?
Yeah.
What direction is the photographer facing now?
Whereas we were facing sort of turning right, or I guess we were facing the left side of the building. Now we're facing the right side of the building, the same side that the video camera from Les Paul was facing in the previous video.
Okay, where's...
Yeah, and this is what I believe was the final nail in the SUV's path. Like, I believe that if these logs were not there, the drivers could have gone and get away from there. But Unfortunately, you can call it fate, you can call it something, but they made him stop right there.
Prospect in relation to the photographer.
Prospect would be behind the photographer.
Okay. Is this what these stumps looked like earlier in the day on November 21st, before you saw the red SUV?
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled.
They do not, no, or they did not. They were set in place on the ground, and they were sort of a little bit more together because they were like a seating area for.
Yeah, you can see it right here. This one has a hole and where the stump was, and these are all shattered. So the SUV went through here somehow.
My neighbors.
Okay. Let's move to Exhibit 73, please.
He's so done. He's so over it. He's like, oh, we've seen so many pictures today. I just want to go home and talk with my mom.
The car part you referenced earlier, is that what we're looking at here?
Yes.
And to your recollection, was that car part in your neighbor's backyard before you saw the red SUV on November 21st?
Objection. Speculation.
Overruled.
No. My neighbor's backyard is pretty well kept up. They have a really nice backyard, and they don't have any garbage, nothing in their backyard.
Yeah, and he hit it so hard that it removed the muffler from the SUV. Look at those Hawkeyes. Like, are you guys gonna push something? Are we moving here? What are you guys talking about? I need to do my cross now. Look at that. He's like, move it along, people.
And we now, so just for the witness.
And when he realized that we're still gonna go, he's like, oh God. His expressions are really funny because you can see how desperate he is right now. He wants control again. He doesn't like when people take their time and ask questions. But when he is there, he's like, oh, can I finish my questions, please?
Witness, Exhibit 143. You recognize the vehicle in this photograph?
Yeah, this is the vehicle that I mentioned that sustained a little bit more damage, and it was like I mentioned before. It was through the pathway that sort of connected to Lox's house and sort of their collection of their parked vehicles as well.
And where in the vehicle do you see damage? The front, the back, both, or neither?
Leading. Objection.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
It is on the back side of the vehicle, towards the left, or towards the driver's side, back left.
Can we show the witness only, please? Exhibit 144. You recognize this photograph?
Yeah.
You see the same vehicle?
Yes, it is the same vehicle.
And what are we looking at here?
We're looking at now the driver's side still, but the front side of the vehicle.
And now the witness only, please, 145. You recognize that photograph?
Yeah, this is sort of the like I said, the SUV, and to the right of it you can see another car. They have more vehicles sort of parked in that area, and to the left you can see sort of a balcony area. That's sort of like that little area. I guess you can see a little path that connects that sort of driveway or parking area towards their yard. It's narrow.
Are exhibits 143, 144, and 145 accurate photographs depicting the scene as you recall from that night?
Yeah.
Move exhibits 143, 144, and 145 into evidence and ask to publish.
Objection. Relevancy to this matter.
They are relevant. Again, we are looking at the path that you took from Prospect to Maple. It's relevant because you went through there. So the jury needs to know that.
All right, the exhibits are received. That's 143, 144, 145. Permission to publish is granted.
Okay, we're looking at 143. This is the vehicle you described?
Yeah.
Okay, we've got it up on the juror screens too. Now we'll take a look at 144, please. This is the front of that same vehicle.
Objection. Relevancy to this matter.
Overruled.
It's relevant. You scratched their car, Brooks. Are you gonna pay for that? I don't know. I believe that everyone in the US has to have insurance with their cars. So I guess they can fix that. But that they're gonna up their premiums, dude. You scratched their car. It's relevant.
The exhibits have been received.
It is. Now this is the front part of the vehicle, driver's side still, closest to the house.
145, please. The balcony on the left, that's your next door neighbor's house?
Yes. And then to the right of it is one of their vehicles, and to the left is their balcony. We can still see it in a previous image that's facing Prospect as well.
Okay. And this is the same, this Infiniti we see in this photograph, that's the same vehicle we saw in the last two photographs?
Objection. Lead.
Overruled. You may answer.
It is, yes.
Prospect is where in relation to the photographer?
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled.
The photographer, Prospect is to the back of the photographer.
So if you were to drive a vehicle between that porch and that Infiniti vehicle, straight through that alley that we're looking at right now, you would be driving toward or away from your house?
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled.
It's his neighborhood. He's been through that place tons of times. He knows where that is and how and where you go from there.
Objection. Speculation.
Overruled.
If you're driving in between, if you're driving away from Prospect, in between the balcony, in between the SUV, heading that way, where the camera is facing, you'd be heading towards our backyard, our driveway, or the backside of our driveway.
All right, thank you. That's all I have for this witness.
Thank you.
All right, and that's gonna do it for today's video. Come back in the next one. We're gonna finish day 7. We're gonna see how Darrell Brooks close out the day, and oh boy, it is a nightmare. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. But remember that you're great, that you matter, and that I'm really happy that you guys are here. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.